Pursuit near Lake Powell ends in gunfire. Cedar City Regional Airport celebrates terminal expansion. And your daily weather forecast with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. A man from Idaho is facing federal charges after authorities say he rammed his truck into a ranger's patrol vehicle in Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. According to a complaint filed in U.S. District Court, Gregory Aaron Farley fled a traffic stop near Lake Powell, nearly hit an officer, and later crashed into a ranger's truck, prompting both officers to fire their weapons. Farley was treated for non-critical injuries and is currently in federal custody in Washington County. The case is being handled by the FBI and National Park Service, with proceedings assigned to Magistrate Judge Paul Kohler. Cedar City Regional Airport celebrated a $5.5 million terminal expansion with a ribbon-cutting ceremony attended by city officials and the community. For more on what this means for future travel in southern Utah, we'll go to Jeff Richards.
Officials celebrated the opening of Cedar City Regional Airport's newly expanded terminal on Monday. Speakers at the ribbon-cutting ceremony called the $5.5 million project an investment in the community's future.
3, 2, 1, cut.
With 5,000 square feet of new space, the building now has 127 more waiting area seats, along with 3 new restrooms, an expanded baggage claim area, and improved security checkpoints. Airport manager Tyler Galecka said further improvements to the airport are being envisioned as the community continues to grow.
We have a lot of bright things here at Cedar City, and we're expecting much more to come.
Thanks, Jeff. Let's take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. In St. George, it's sitting at a comfortable 76 degrees right now, cooling off to around 57 later tonight. Tomorrow's shaping up to be a warm and sunny one, with a high of 86 and an overnight low near 62. Over in Mesquite, it's a bit warmer at 78 degrees this afternoon. Expect it to dip to 62 tonight before bouncing back up to a hot 90 degrees tomorrow, with a low of 68 to follow. Meanwhile, Cedar City is feeling crisp at 62 degrees right now, with a chilly low of 43 tonight. But don't worry, it'll warm up nicely tomorrow with a high of 73 and a low of 48. As the world awaits the election of a new pope, a Southern Utah minister with first-hand Vatican experience is offering rare insight into the process. Here's Nick Fiala for more on what to watch during the papal election and how the process unfolds behind closed doors.
The death of Pope Francis on April 21st came just as many religious groups in St. George were celebrating 2 significant dates in the Christian calendar. One was Easter Sunday on April 20th, honoring the resurrection of Christ, and the other was the April 23rd feast day of the historical St. George, who is believed to have been martyred for his Christian faith in the early 4th century. St. George Catholic Church walked the city streets to honor the memory of St. George that day.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, y del Espíritu Santo.
Let us commend ourselves and each other in all our life to Christ our God.
St. George is also honored by the Orthodox Christian Church, which held its own liturgical service for the beloved figure. He is often portrayed as a knight on horseback slaying a dragon, symbolizing either the devil or a pagan deity. For a localized perspective of the upcoming conclave, read the story. In the meantime, as the world waits to see who will succeed Pope Francis as the Bishop of Rome, locals are keeping ancient traditions alive in the hope of a bright future.
Thanks, Nick. A new Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins combo in St. George is serving up nostalgia, fresh donuts, and community connections with a local family at the helm.
Coffee, donuts, and ice cream, all under one roof. That's the buzz at the new hotspot in St. George, where locals are lining up for a taste of something familiar. The region's first Dunkin' and Baskin Robbins combo store recently opened on River Road. And ever since, the lines haven't let up.
I'm a big fan of Dunkin', since my childhood.
Owner Shahzad Shahiq is no stranger to business. He also opened St. George's first Indian restaurant, Bombay Cafe. The store is a full family affair, with Shahzad's son, Shahan, running the Baskin-Robbins side.
So it's going good. It's pretty busy, steady. We're getting returning customers. People are pretty happy. And we make the connection with people. That's the most important thing.
While his daughter, Manor, leads the Dunkin operations. Their passion is building community, one coffee and cone at a time.
I feel like everyone is kind of looking at like online orders of what other people get. People who have Dunkins around them, and they're kind of just experimenting for now, trying to find their permanent drink, if that makes sense. But it's been awesome because people give me that feedback. They're like, oh, I tried this. I don't know if that one was for me. And then they ask me for suggestions, and I give them that suggestion. They're like, I like this one way better.
The new location is open now at 2557 South River Road, and they're hiring staff ages 16 and up. So whether you're craving coffee, donuts, or a job, this might be just the sweet spot you're looking for.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.